What's up, guys? It's your boy Ace from Madden.com, and today I'm going to show you guys how to stop wing flex close, mainly the run plays. If they kind of have a hot route master scheme out of here, it's going to be really tough to stop them because we're using a man coverage base defense here, and if they have like those special corner routes that they can run from any position on the field, it's going to be a lot harder to stop them. But this is going to stop, the dive and the stretch for the most part. If you're going against a running back that does not have a jukebox or like a bruiser or something like that, you're going to really box them. But if you have, safeties, you're playing mud or something, if you have safeties that have secure tackle and unfakeable or tackle supreme, you're going to really box them as well. This is something I used during the latter season for salary cap, and I really didn't struggle against most wing flex closes. Only the ones that really they knew how to pass out of it, that's when it really became problematic. But besides the point, what we're going to do here is talk about the personnel. This right of screen safety, you're going to want really good speed out of him. Now, the most important thing is if you're playing mutt, you want him to have secure tackle and unfakeable, or just tackle supreme, which combines both of them. Because he's going to be stopping stretch right single-handedly every time. This guy over here, the left of screen safety, is going to be your user, so it's also good to have secure tackle and unfakeable. The reason is you are going to be responsible for shutting down stretch left. You're going to have one-on-one with him, or sometimes you'll have two guys on him. It just depends. I'll explain that soon. But you need to have some good user, and you need to also have the ability, if you're going against a running back that has, jukebox or something. Over here at the outside linebacker position, you want good speed as well as good block shed. This left of screen defensive end, you want to have good speed. Everything else doesn't matter too much. And then what the play is going to be, by the way, go to coaching adjustments. I don't have it here in practice mode, and you're going to do auto flip off. The reason you're going to do that is because your opponent is going to be running the tight ends to the right like 95% of the time. So for consistency's sake, we're going to turn auto flip off. And then this is the Miami Dolphins playbook. You have 3-4 and 4-3 if you guys are interested in that. And the play is cover one strong safety blitz. So I'm going to slowly go over it. This is actually a very quick setup, and you'll see that once I really get into it. But I'm going to take my time just so you guys fully understand. The setup is going to be in the comment section and the description. So here's how you do it. As soon as you click on cover one strong safety blitz, you're coming out of the play call screen. You want to do show blitz, which is going to be Y or triangle, left stick left. So right here, boom, show blitz. You want to do that immediately. After you do that, you're going to do double tap on the right D-pad. That's going to open your linebacker menu. Select Y, and then you do right stick down, and that's going to blitz this linebacker right here. After you do that, this is very important. You have to do this quickly. You have to do Y, and then left stick down. That's going to press. I haven't done it yet. And then you're going to want to do show blitz again. What we're trying to do is get this guy down into the gap. So like this. So I just did it, and it didn't work. So we're going to do it again. And now he's down. And now we have this safety in the position that we want. We want him to stay here. That's the whole point. The last thing that you technically have to do is do D-pad left for our D-line adjustments, and then slant right with right stick to the right. The last adjustment I personally like to do, in case they want to run 4 verts on me, is double tap Y, select X, which is your left cornerback, and then left stick up for an outside third. This is what I like to do against wing flex close. So the reason I like this is we have everybody accounted for on the left side. It's hat on hat. Also, we have this guy who's not going to be targeted by the O-line or the tight ends, so he's going to come in free. So if you run stretch right and you don't have an ability on your running back, you're going to see this every single time. So show blitz, and then remember, blitz your linebacker, and then you're going to press till he comes down, crash your D-line right, and then you're already set up. Just bring this guy down here. So your responsibility as a user, you have 2 things. First, you have to be ready for dive, which means all you have to do with McCourty or your user is shoot right up into this gap and make that tackle. Just spam A or X. All you got to do, boom, right into this gap. I'll show that in just a second. Your second responsibility, you have to be ready for stretch left. Now, stretch left can be scary because they're kind of one-on-one with your user. But you do sometimes have really good help from this linebacker because he has a wide receiver trying to block him. So if you have someone with really good block shed, he's usually going to spin off that block and help you. I'm not sure if it'll happen here, but I'm going to flip my stretch to the left and be ready for the running back going that way. So as you can see, he got off the block easily and he kind of helped us beat that stretch. The linebacker came down into the gap on his own this time. You're going to see, boom, stretch right is going to be boxed. Show blitz. Sometimes it takes him a second to come down. Don't worry, most of the time you're going to get it all set up before he snaps the ball. Here we go. You see how the defensive tackle is actually coming through? That does happen quite often, so if you have good speed there. I'm already set up. Just bring this guy down over here. And then, like I said, all you're waiting for is stretch left or dive. That's all you got to do. So we'll go to dive. What you're going to see is we have this hole right here. I can't believe that happened, to be honest, because he doesn't have an ability. He just kind of brushed that guy off. We'll do it again. What's going to happen is this guy here, our left of screen defensive end, is actually going to be shooting more often than not, but our safety, our user, is going to be ready to shoot it as well. Okay, that's what we want. It's exactly what we want. Go into practice mode and practice this setup. I would consider it advanced, mainly because it's very odd. It's not something that's easy for a beginner to do. So make sure you get your reps in practice mode. Dive one more time. You're going to see what happens is we have the defensive end coming in. We're actually getting picked up by the O-line with our user, which is kind of odd. So what I might want to do is hang out around here and then shoot. And maybe I won't get targeted. So like that, that's kind of what we want. So it depends where your user is. You notice how the defensive end didn't come through that time. So if you want your defensive end to come through, your user is going to want to be, you know, kind of behind, you know, the right hip of your defensive tackle. This guy right here, number 93, you're going to be kind of wanting to hang out behind him. That means this guy is not going to get targeted, and he'll be the one coming free. And yes, you do have to show blitz coming out of the play call screen because you don't want to get quick snapped where this guy isn't in the right position. The safety that I'm highlighting, Jonathan Jones. You don't want to get quick snap there. So stretch right, you're going to see boom. Kind of took a weird angle there. I'll do it again, but he's usually just going to fly in there. Okay, we're already set up. And just like that, he's getting no gain. We'll do stretch left now. I'll show you four verts in a second. That's the most common play, pass play out of this formation. So dive. Here's the last time running dive. I'm going to actually chill over here. So we should have Chase Winovich, our defensive end, coming free. Just like that, we tackle him for a loss. And then stretch to the left side is going to be pretty much all you. You always have to depend on yourself on this because you can't really rely on this guy to shed. It's nice when he does shed because you have less margin for error. But as you can see, we just kind of contain him when he goes to the left. I'll show you the blocking. The blocking makes sense. I mean, this is like, it's just hat on hat. You'll see that every guy is accounted for. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 versus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 on 5. Our free guys right here. And then we also have a mismatch here. We have a wide receiver trying to block a really good linebacker. So that's where the advantage is. So here's a couple things that I want to talk about. Sorry if the video goes on, but this is a very important topic. This is a really popular formation. So I want to make sure you guys know what you're doing. So people will go to 4 verts or something. And I don't know the exact setup of what they do. I think it's something like this. They'll like curl A. But what they'll do is they'll motion this guy. Oop, I'm on the wrong controller. They'll motion this outside receiver out, and you'll pretty much know immediately that it's 4 verts. And your worry might be, oh, we have a linebacker on the seam route, which is B. But you'll see it actually gets covered really easily. I don't know what it is, but for some reason that man up really stays with that receiver. Oh God, excuse me. I don't know why he stays with him so well, but he does. I mean, it's almost like he doesn't get beat off the line. Like if he was pressing, I mean, he is technically pressing, but like if he got the press animation, he would likely get beat like badly. In fact, I don't even know why this guy isn't following. He needs to be following. If they throw it like right there, it's actually open. But I think that was a rare exception where this guy just didn't follow for some reason. So I'll do it again. I think maybe it's when I audible to 4 verts, it's almost like he's... Nope, he followed this time. Perfect. That's what we want. And everything's bagged. Everything is bagged. We're also going to have that guy coming in free because we're sending 6 technically. Everything is accounted for. Like, literally, there's nothing open. Oh, we have the free guy coming in. Now, like I said, versus hot route master, these guys can be on corner routes, and that's where it becomes a mess because your user's over here, and he has to be over here. And those corner routes are a pain in the ass, and you like really can't do both. So if you're playing someone with hot route master, I don't recommend doing this entire defense really, because it's just going to be a headache. It's just going to be a headache the entire time. But against like a standard wing flex close, this is a really good defense. One thing that people like to do as well is they like to do like dive and then they'll motion this guy over. And at that point, it gets harder to defend as well. Even though we have this guy following, if he's running dive, I actually like to bring this guy back over here and user him. The reason I like to do that is because if they motion him over and he follows, so let me just show you so you guys get a good visual. We have all the time in the world. So let's say he audibles to dive, and then he motions the tight end. Since Gilmore is manned up on him, he's going to follow. And what that does is it gives an extra blocker that's going to be involved on dive while also taking away Gilmore. Like Gilmore is not going to be in on the play, and we're also going to get picked up. So you see how that was a really good play by the offense. You see how everything was accounted for, and they also wasted Gilmore. The blocking scheme is completely different when they motion that tight end over. So you have to be very mindful of that. You have to play a numbers game. See how Gilmore he's not really in the play until like late. So what I personally like to do is do the same setup, and then say he audibles to dive or whatever, and then he motions this tight end over. I like to switch on to Gilmore like right now and then control him over here, because what that's going to do is now we have Gilmore involved on the play. We also have McCourty as a backup. You know, you could also blitz him if you want, blitz him down, and then we just have better defense. I know that was still 4 or 5 yards, but you're going to be way better off doing that as opposed to just running the defense exactly how it is with the motion, if that makes sense. So that is the only thing that really makes it more complicated. Now, if you run stretch left and you motion this guy, we're going to be it's going to be pretty easy to stop it. I usually blitz Gilmore because I know it's going to be a run play, and just like stops the stretch to left pretty easily. So those are the two things I say give this trouble, is people who like to start motioning the tight end. It's going to make you think a little bit more. And then if they have hot route master, I really wouldn't run this defense at all because it's man coverage base. And like, for instance, if let's say A was on a hot routed corner, those really sharp corner routes, we're going to have Van Noy covering him one-on-one And that's just, I mean, it's GG's at that point. What are you going to do? Start putting this guy in a hook? Putting this guy in a purple? You can't really do that because that's going to ruin the stretch defense. So I hope this video was helpful. It is not going to shut down every wing flex close. It's not going to beat Joke or someone of that caliber because they really know what they're doing and what kind of look we're providing. But it's going to stop the guys in your CFM who are spamming dive and stretch. So hope you guys enjoyed it. Drop a like if you did. Subscribe for more Madden 20 content. If you guys need a new defense or a new offense, head over to acemadden.com. We have you covered. We have a very exciting ebook dropping this weekend from one of the best pro players in the world. Look out for that. I'll see you guys later.